Hi, I thought I'd do a quick video inbox review of the Revell PV-1 Ventura. For those of you who may watch this in the UK, you may still be able to get this at the bargain price of a tenner from the works. I picked this up just after Christmas in their sort of January sale. Looks like a bit of a bargain, I think, for a tenner. 1/48 scale. It's going to build into a fairly large size model. Skill level 5, kit number 04662. Usual Revell, nice bit of box art there. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's get that box open and see what we got. Quite a big box. Let's have a look at the instructions first. I'm just going to move this over here. Bring you in a bit. Standard Revell instructions. Bit of information about the aircraft on the front there. Some technical data. Usual symbols. I won't go through those. Again, as with most Revell, it's in a Revell callouts. There's a reasonable amount of mixing. At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the colours need to be mixed. So probably best if you can find paint alternatives. Sprue callout, always useful. And then with most kits, most aircraft anyway, we crack straight on with the cockpit. Pilot seats. Looks like it's quite a detailed cockpit. Decals for the instrument cluster if you want to use them. I imagine actually once this is buttoned up you're not actually going to see a lot of the cockpit through the glazing, but you never know. Straight on with the main fuselage halves going together once the cockpit. Got the bomb bay here. Interesting, you don't put the bombs into afterwards by the looks of things. Wings going together here, then you put the rear stabiliser, nose, machine guns in the nose. Only looks like it builds into one version, there doesn't seem to be any choices here. Engines, so landing gear, then you go onto the engines. Not really a lot of detail in the engines, although actually looking at this you've got a bit of detail there. We'll see what the kit parts look like in a moment. Going through, you've got bombs, external fuel tanks. Choice, obviously you can have the bomb bay doors open or closed. Decal, in fact it gives you decal information on the bombs as part of the instructions here. Quite useful as you go along. Yeah, so here we go, bomb bay doors open or closed. Right at the end, which is nice, the turret actually goes in afterwards, so obviously the main body of the aircraft can be painted before you put that turret part in if you want to, or you can obviously stick it in and mask it, depending on how you paint your aircraft. It even gives you a bit of useful information on the aerial antennae here and where to thread them, which is nice again. This looks like it's single piece propellers. Yeah, all goes together. Looks actually, we've got 51 construction stages there, so not too complicated. We've then actually got two versions. The main box art version with the octopus, and then we've got, and this is, I assume the colours, it's going to be a 2-tone, maybe 3-tone blue. So we've got here, it's often difficult to tell. Disappointing with the Revell kits, of course, it's still black and white. It'd be lovely, you know, I'm sure we'd all pay a bit extra for a colour call out, proper colour printed sheet, make our lives a lot easier. Just trying to determine the colours. And then we've got another one on assuming they're actually pretty much the same colours. As I say, it's not overly easy to tell. F and F I think is the main fuselage, and then you've got this darker H. It is actually quite difficult to tell. I think a bit of research is in order to confirm your colour callouts there. It's very, very difficult because all these greys and blues, all these grey scales look quite similar. For example, L and H and B could all be the same colour almost, although they do actually indicate here the federal standard numbers for these main colours, which would be helpful in determining the right colour callouts. They're both quite late 1944 aircraft. I imagine they're sort of, I think they're all pretty much naval aircraft. Right, that looks pretty good. You basically get everything contained in one massive bag, but actually what we will do before we do open that, we'll have a quick look at the decals. It's not a massive decal sheet. Printed in Italy for Revell. You get the main octopus tentacles. There's not a massive amount of stencils work there, which is nice. As I say, we have got the instrument decals here. A bit closer. They're all nicely in register, nice colours. Typical Revell decals, really. They all look pretty good. I'm sure they'll go on fine. So we've got one massive bag. Find a knife, cut those open. I'll zoom out a little bit here for the moment here. It's going to be a bit of a challenge to get this out without losing parts if I'm not careful. Clear parts are bagged separately. Let's start with the main fuselage. So it's going to be quite a large aircraft. Let's come up here. Hopefully you can see that. It's all recessed panel lines, quite fine. Looks reasonably in scale. Doesn't appear to be any flash or any nasty sink marks. There's some injector pin marks, but you're not really going to see these, I don't think, once the fuselage is bolted together. Quite nice detail here. The seats actually have, you can see they've actually got seat belts moulded on. Some nice detail actually. The Bombay door, the Bombay area. Instrument panel. If you don't want to use the decals, it should be nice and fairly easy to paint that up. No, can't see any flash there or any sink marks, it all looks good. Onto the wings. Again, you've got some nice, all recessed, some slightly raised detail here as well. Again, it's all quite fine. Hopefully you can see that quite nicely there. Wheel wells there, quite good, quite detailed. It's all fairly crisp plastic. Again, no flash on this at all that I can see. Very nice. Haven't got a massive parts count on this one. Although the skill level's 5, I think the actual build process should be quite quick. One piece propellers. What's nice is there's no sink marks in the usual places that you find with these kits. Down here on the propeller there, it all looks good. You just zoom in under the light a bit better here. As you can see, it's slightly better. Yeah, it goes better. We've got reasonably detailed engines you know, for plastic. Again, fairly simple construction. Landing gear, legs here, nice. They've got hydraulics, which is good. Machine guns, not bad again for the scale. These parts you can see they've got nice recessed panel lines, nice crisp. Parts there. And you see the machine guns are actually quite good for the scale again. Wheels, nicely detailed actually. 2-piece wheels. No, that looks really good, really nice. Last part, the clear bits in the parts. 2 sprues, really nice actually. Straight away, very shiny. Nice, clear, shiny, clear parts again. Doesn't seem to be any flash at all. Some slight something there, and that one. I don't know whether it's a webbing or just a sort of mould release mark, to see what happens when we clean that up, wash it out. No, they're good parts. There's not too much distortion in them either. Sorry, not in the camera. Let's see that a bit better. And then we've got the gun turret at the back again. That's really nice. All clear, no flash really to speak of. No, I think you know, for a tenner, that's a good value kit. As I say, they may still have some in the works if you're in the UK. You may be able to pick yourself up a bargain. Great, cheers, thanks for watching.